welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. So yet another day. Yes. Yet another day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I showed up a little bit early. I wanted to start streaming early today, but getting ready. You know, like for me to be able to feel like I'm concentrating, I normally feel like I have to take a shower. You know, all of those things, but. Uh, But I feel that's literally okay. Okay, that's literally okay. You have to show up as the most comfortable version of yourself. So, taking some time to get ready, maybe even shower, is always a good thing for me. Okay, so yeah. So if you're wondering what's the weather like out here, it's cold. It's cold. It's like the weather is dull. Today it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to be 56 in the evening. So yeah. Oh, Richard, oh my god, that is too early. Greetings, buddy. First one here. Yay. Okay, you're literally the first one here. How are you doing? Good morning. Today I was gonna show up before every one of you woke up and just try to see who I can reach. Okay, but wow, that's interesting. Okay, are you headed to work? How is the going? What's the temperatures like right now? You know, there's so many things that I can ask. So many things that I can ask. Oh god, I'm trying to like keep streaming. I'm cool, waiting for the bus at the transit center. Okay. I hope you have a good day at work. So how long do you have to wait for the bus? Does it have a schedule? That's pretty much rare here in Kenya. Okay, so I've been like trying to like stream continuously. God, I just want to hit those watch hours. Yeah, but I feel like maybe hard work hard, you know. I feel like consistency pays. So I'm gonna keep showing up. Okay, guys, when you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. So as usual, it's cold here. Not very cold, but it's cold. It's cold. The weather is dull. I don't think it's a nice weather to be outside really. Rita says temperatures is 80 degrees already. Bus come every half hour. Oh, so it's literally predictable. Okay, 80 degrees already and you guys just woke up. Oh god, that's a lot. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let's do the country. Comment with your country's flag. Let's have a good time. I kind of showed up early, you know. I usually show up at it's 7:39 a.m. 7:39 a.m. in Northeast Ohio, and it's 2:39 p.m. here in Kenya. Okay, so guys, keep telling me where you're watching me from. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, today I'm back with another topic, but pretty much hanging out really, you know. Yeah, I think I've found new ways to what is it called, to make my days is it shorter, you know, because especially when you're busy the day seems to like just fly, which is nice on my side. Cool jacket. Okay, thank you. I think this jacket, you guys are about to get tired with it. I was gonna show up without the jacket, but it was just too cold. Okay, it's not excessively cold, I could stay without, but I just thought, okay, thank you. So I usually say that I'm not a celebrity, that's why I repeat my clothes. So okay, so you can ask me any question, guys. You can ask me any questions. Before that, let me know where you're watching me from. What's the temperatures where you're at? Baby Panda says morning. Morning to you. Good to see you. How are you doing? How was your night? How was your night? Okay, for those, you know, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good. You are a celebrity. Don't be so modest. Okay, maybe I'm a celebrity to you and I'm glad, but I'm really not. Okay, I mean, if I was a celebrity, I wouldn't even be struggling to like reach the watch hours. Don't be so modest. Okay, okay. As far as okay. Let me not be modest because even being known by you guys and you guys always coming back is cool. Got it. Okay. So we are gonna be looking at things people do that feel illegal but aren't. You're such a vibe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys don't know how much that like you guys gas me up. That's why I keep showing up. Sometimes I'm like, God, this thing is taking too long. I'm not getting any benefits from it. I'm like, maybe I can just quit. Then I'm like, when I quit, what will I be doing? Sitting around doing nothing? Then that's where I get the energy to keep going. And also I feel like consistency. How long I've been streaming, I even don't know how long, but it's not so long. Maybe 3-4 months or something. 3-4 months. But I feel like it's been working. It's been working. Yeah, I feel like it's been working. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Not like today. Richard says your energy is infectious and still therapeutically soothing. Okay, thank you. And I honestly believe, because I honestly believe, especially when it's coming from people who are always consistent, or you come back, which means you're not lying. Not like today. Oh, like today, only 4 minutes. Is it 4 minutes? Yeah, I just started streaming. You're not late. You just yeah. Electro stuff versus dare you to cover the camera with your nose. Not gonna happen, but thank you. Okay. Umbacho, how are you doing, Umbacho? Welcome to the live stream. Is it Italy or what? Ooh, ciao. I am Amor. Okay. Keep teaching me these languages. Baby U says the earth is flat or round to do your trust NASA. Kuripot Bang says earth is flat. Okay, welcome to the live stream, everybody. When you join in, like the live stream and subscribe. Baby Panda tells me that's Italian. Okay. See, maybe I have succeeded if like my live stream is reaching people from all over then. Okay. Like the live stream, guys. Baby Panda says you're a beautiful person. Thank you. Ciao. Okay. You guys, I'm not Italian. That's corrupt. What is NASA? I don't know what's NASA. Be says yeah, bro. Hi, darling. Hey, good to see you. Kuripo Buang. Umbata says, okay. Richard says, have a wonderful day and an amazing show, buddy. Peace out. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, we're gonna be looking at oh, Kurip just stole your #1 spot. Wow, how does that happen? Okay, now your number. Did he? No, he's number 3. Tell him I'm going to he. Okay. Things. Okay, let me type the thing. You guys can keep telling me what have caught your attention today. Share things. I always say that this is a place where I don't like to be so much official and stuff. I want us to talk about the things that matter to you guys. So if you have a question, you can just put it there, and definitely you all know that I read each one of you guys. Do you guys like, okay, would you guys like if I wouldn't read your messages? Okay, see, like the way I read every one of you guys, do you guys enjoy that, or you prefer something different? Do you enjoy like the way I read everybody's comment? Things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Okay, let me start up. Farting in public. Doesn't that feel illegal? when you pass some gas in public and then you're like, God, doesn't that feel illegal? But it is not. Okay, let me know some of you or things that you've seen people do, but they feel illegal, but they're really not. Okay, and things people do that feel illegal but aren't. I just said farting in public. It literally feels illegal. It feels like, oh my God, you just you just did something against somebody. Another one, Baby Panda says, nah, but farting and thinking is gonna be silent, then it comes out so loud. Okay. How would you know that? How would you know? Honestly, never take such a risk, because how would you know if it's going to be loud or silent? Okay, but doesn't it feel illegal when that happens, especially especially when you didn't expect it? I just remember something. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to say it. I just remember something, but let me just shut up. CJ says, hey Wambo, hey, good to see you. You know, when you guys short form my name, it really feels nice, because in real life, people who know me call me Wambo, okay? But this laptop translated to hey, cover up. Okay, how are you doing? Good morning. You guys seem to be waking up early. Like, I thought that I started streaming before most of you guys woke up. It seems like you guys are already up and running. Another things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Another one is, for me, why are you guys not telling me yours? You just like to listen to mine, but you don't want to share yours. CJ says, what do you prefer to be called then? That I prefer to be called Wambo. Yeah, the way you typed it. I was just saying that it's so funny when somebody who is like American, when they short form my name. Yeah, I prefer to be called that. I prefer to be called that. I maybe you misunderstood me. Add me on Roblox. What does that mean? Okay. Another one, this the people do that feel illegal but aren't, is you missed my comment. Oh, you I can't see your comment. What did you type? It didn't show up. It didn't show up. Do not apologize. I say that it feels nice when like you guys short form my name. No, don't apologize. I can't see your comment, Kuripo. He said calm down. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, but it's way up there. Okay, another one. Showing up early without notice. Okay, for example, you're invited to an event, especially for countries like Kenya, where like we always show up 2 hours later. You know, when there's something that we call Kenyan time. I don't know if if it also happens in African countries. So there's something that we normally say there's no hurry in Africa. Okay, if we say that I'm going to show up at 3, I'm most probably going to show up at 5, and that's completely normal here. Okay, but when you show up in public, why did you show up that early, especially for parties? Okay, if you're partying with Kenyans and then you're told, oh, the party is going to start at 8:30, you better show up at 10, because when you show up at 8:20, people are gonna be like, we didn't say 8:20, we said 8:30, which means 10. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, especially for some of you who are timekeepers. Kuripo says, in the Philippines, they also have Filipino time, usually 2 hours late. Okay, tell me. Okay, at least I'm not the only one. Even I have seen myself doing that even with streaming. Like, I'll say I'm starting a show at a particular hour, and then the Kenyan time catches up with me. Okay, it's 10 minutes before the show. I have not showered, you know. And you know, like my partner, because he's American, oh God, he shows up like 20 minutes before. So he says early is on time is late, late is unacceptable, something of the sort. Yeah, we do have the Kenyan time when the whole thing, no hurry in Africa. You would love living in Philippines. Okay, see, in 3 hours you're just fine. 3 hours late, you're just fine. You're just fine. You're just doing fine. CJ says, yes, it's really like I like to listen to you while I get ready and commute to work. Oh, you like to? Oh my God, I have such a nice voice. Apparently, most of you guys like to listen to me because my voice sounds funny. But you know what? I think I'm winning in life if you guys are listening to me as you get ready. Kuripo says no hurry at all. Yeah, no hurry enough in Africa. Okay, so but in America, early is on time. On time is late. Late is unacceptable. Okay, things that people do that feel illegal but aren't. Your voice would be your voice would be great for radio. You guys are now just gassing me up, okay, giving me hopes. I don't think he's that great. Anyway, thank you. Another one, things that people do that feel illegal is using someone's bathroom. When you go to somebody's house and then you use their bathroom, and you not only pee, you also go number 2. Why would you do that? Like, why would you go to somebody's house and okay, peeing at somebody else's house, I feel like is okay, but going to the extent of you using somebody's washroom number 2, I feel like it feels illegal, but it isn't. Okay, me personally, I would never do that. When I visit your house, I will not do that. I will not be using your washroom. No, thank you. Unless it's outdoor. But if it's inside your house, no, I'm not doing that. I never do to in another person's house. Okay, but do you know there are people who are really comfortable, like okay, but you see, is it illegal? No. But does it feel bad? Does it feel awkward when somebody comes to your house and then they use the washroom and then not only pee but go to the extent of that feels illegal. RDMC4 says, and imagine when there's no water or tissue. There's no how. But okay, but see, and that's your problem, because why would you use somebody's washroom? Okay, but I feel like almost everybody has tissue, right? And whatever. Okay. That would be horrible. Ooh, wow. Oh God, yeah. If you see me using somebody's washroom, I really have no any other option. Things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Opening the fridge at someone else's house. And why are you guys not telling me you was in real life? Like, stop just listening to my also comment there. Okay, opening the fridge at someone else's house. When you go to visit, like when somebody comes to my house and then for absolutely no reason, I leave them sitting here, and then you open the fridge. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Let's start there. Okay, what are you looking for? Like, honestly, it feels rude, but it's not. Somebody can just be opening the fridge for some cold water, right? Or for some ice. No water for flushing number 2. Wow, that could really happen. That could really happen. What would you do? You're at somebody's house, you've used their washroom. There's no water to flush that toilet, and you can't leave to go get some water to come and pour, because when you leave, maybe they might think about going in there. Okay, see, that's why I'm saying I feel like using somebody's washroom, especially, and then going to the extent of using number 2, is literally putting your life at risk. Because then there's this girl, she was giving she was giving a story of how she went number 2 on somebody else's house, and then the thing stopped flashed out of nowhere. Oh God. Why would you put yourself in such a scenario? That's disrespectful. It's not disrespect. Okay, that's what we're talking about. These people do that feel illegal but aren't. See, if doesn't it feel like you shouldn't do that, but is it illegal? No. Mark Araj. Oh God. Hope you do well this season. Don't give up. Oh, thank you, Mark. How are you doing? Where are you watching me from? Kuripa says, I don't mind if my friends and family open my fridge. Okay, but see, this is someone who is not close to you. Why would you go to somebody else? Okay, I also don't mind, but me personally, this, you know, I feel like I have a lot of ego with me, and there's things that I will never do. When I come to your place, I will not open your fridge unless you tell me to. Okay? Unless I'm staying over at your place or like we are living together, I will never use your washroom, especially for number 2. No. When I come at your place, there are so many things that I will not do. Okay, Mark says, be good and healthy. You can do it. Okay, thank you, Mark. Things people do. Why are you guys not sharing yours? Things people do that feel illegal, but aren't. Leaving shopping trolleys in parking spaces. When you go shopping and let's say you use the trolley and then you just leave it out there, doesn't it feel illegal? Like, it feels like, God, why would you do that? Okay, why would you do that? Another one, saying no without explaining. You know, somebody is asking you for a favor and then you just go, no, thank you, and then you just don't explain. Pietman Gusen, South Africa. What's happening today in South Africa? South Africans, you don't want your fellow Africans. How are you doing, Gusen? Okay, what's happening today in South Africa? Actually, you know, I was going to forget about that. Wow. Is the situation in South Africa that bad? Do you have so many immigrants that people had to like protest? Is it that bad? Like, is it that bad? God. South Africa did good in the World Cup, okay, right? But what's happening today is the 30th. There was the whole thing about protesting. Okay, you just okay, that's fine. We have millions of illegal immigrants, Dibaza. Okay, okay, so you're not saying no to people coming to South Africa, you're just saying no to illegals. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, because I was just wondering, like, what is so wrong with that? Like, what is so wrong? And I felt like I wanted to visit South Africa, but now I was feeling like, woo, you don't want to go there because you might, especially if you can't speak Zulu and Xhosa. Sarah Washington says, good afternoon to you. Good to see you, Sarah. How are you doing? Wow, we are talking about things that things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Okay, talking openly about sex. Dibaza says, the problem is hypocrisy. The problem is hypocrisy. We say we don't want illegal immigrants, but others say we don't want immigrants. Okay, yeah, because that's the thing that we are getting. Like, you know, I feel like that's even going to make people to get worried or like stress if they want to come and travel over there, you know. Yeah, wow. Feels like it will be better for everybody to stay at their place from now on now, because who wants to imagine going someplace and, let's say, building a life over there just for the people to say they don't want you over there? God, that would be hectic, right? Okay, things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Telling your parents they are wrong. Telling your parents they are wrong. Robert Kimani, even in Kenya, the same problem can happen here. How? How is that possible? Okay, I can see that happening in Nairobi because there's so many people moving to Nairobi. But are they illegal? I don't think so. I don't think so. But let me tell you, the problem is when people, especially when people move to your country, when they are coming with a stronger currency, they make the cost of living go up. That's something that I know for sure. Okay, because when you look at, for example, you look at Nairobi, there's a lot of black Americans who've moved to Nairobi. Okay, and bear in mind, these people are moving to Nairobi with the US dollar. Okay, so when it comes to something that we usually pay for 1,000, they are willing to pay for 6,000. Okay, and then because people are paying 6,000, the price moves from being 1,000 to like maybe 3,000, which inconveniences the law cost because you're not making that type of money. So I can see why, but at the same time, I don't know. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Let me know how you're doing. Where are you watching me from? Also, we are talking about things people do that feel illegal, but aren't. Okay, I just said, telling your parents they are wrong. Okay, telling your parents they are wrong. My mom. Okay, my mom, she used to, when we were little, my mom will be sitting here. So she's sitting here and she needs you to hand her something that's right here. Okay, she needs this remote. Okay, and it's right here. Okay, and then you are sitting over there, you're sitting over there, and then she's like, come and hand me this remote. And then one time I'm like, Mom, just pick the remote, is next to you. But why does that feel so rude? Telling your mom to pick something for herself. But see, it's like, all this time it's like, come and hand me this remote that's right there next to her. So you just hand it to her. But when you say no, it just feels like, oh my god, you shouldn't say that. Oh, Itanda says saying a pet is your baby, but it's not. Ooh, wow, things that feel illegal but aren't. Saying a baby is your pet, but it's not. Is it really? Do you consider a pet to be a baby? Do you guys consider a cat or a dog to be somebody's baby? Like, I have seen so many people saying that they have fur babies. Tremaine Nan. I don't know if I pronounce your name right. Hello from Anderson, Indiana, sending a like to support your channel. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much. A like, a subscription, it really goes a long way. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Nibaza says saying a pet is your baby feels illegal, but it's not. Okay. Do you guys consider a dog, a cat? Do you consider fur babies to be? Can a human being say that that's my baby instead of having real baby? Okay, I don't know how to add this. Okay, and as somebody who maybe is not interested in having children, I don't know how to feel about that. So why did you say that pets are not babies? Okay. Okay. My last point was things. Things that people do that feel illegal but aren't. Tell your parents that they are wrong. Telling your parents that they are wrong. Telling your parents that they offended you. It just feels like you shouldn't. Like you should just take anything that they give. Okay, whether it's disrespect, whether it's respect, you should just take it. It feels like you should just take it. But see, the one for Dimbaza is really an interesting one. Saying a pet is your baby, but it's not. Okay, another one. Things that people do that feels illegal, but they are not. Watching someone else's phone screen in public. Like, you're sitting here, especially here in Kenya because we use public transport mostly. You're using a matatu. So you're here, I'm here, this is the phone. I'm scrolling. And then the neighbor is just like... Okay, look, but can you help it? Sometimes somebody will even be scrolling on TikTok while you are on a bus and maybe you're not scrolling, but then you find the videos that they are watching interesting. Can you help it but just look over and see what they are watching? Okay, can you help it? Okay, things that people do that feels illegal but aren't. Yeah. And guys, for those of you who are looking for maybe a nail thing, I don't know how this is called, but wow, maybe you should buy this from Tim. Ta-da. Now I'm advertising. Okay. Things that people do that feels illegal but aren't. Leaving dirty dishes in a workplace sink. Okay, leaving dirty dishes in a workplace sink. Like, imagine someone sending you a risky photo, and the neighbor sees your screen. Why would you open a risky photo in a public transportation? Really? Like, why would you do that? Okay, you know, the other day I saw, I don't know if you guys saw this video on it was trending. I don't know. I saw it on TikTok. It was trending. This guy, he's black. I don't know whether he's African or he's Black American or he's Jamaican. I don't know what he is. Okay, but he traveled. Okay, right now it's summer in most of Europe. I think it was Italy or France. I don't remember the country. But do you know he went to the beach, and of course there's a lot of ladies with bikinis and all of that. And then he's just standing there jacking off in public. Jacking off in public. Really. Okay. Okay, that feels, it feels illegal, but I don't know if it's if it, but I think it's not. It feels illegal, but it's not. But honestly, I felt second hand what is it called? Second is it second hand shame on his behalf, because that person is representing black people. And there's this guy, he's Black American, he made a video about it, talking about that's an African animal, and people came for him. Why would you say it's an African animal? But you know, like, he was over there. You guys have not seen that video. You know what, when I finish this live stream, I'm going to look for that video, and I'm going to maybe stitch with me talking, and I'll post it here so that you guys can see it. Can you imagine? He was jacking off, like, and he was recording. Can you imagine? I was just feeling this second hand shame on his, because that's how he's I feel like that's how sometimes, unfortunately, that's why you're seeing like animals, unfortunately. Okay, because don't care if he's Jamaican or he's Haitian or he's from any African country. See, before he speaks, because he was not speaking, he was just jacking off. That's a black man. Okay, why would he do that? Oti says, still wonder how you kiss. Haha. Maybe you'll never find out. CJ says, wait, what? Okay. Lord. What the fuck? Wait, well, did you call the police? No, I'm saying it was in it's a video in, it was in, I think, Italy or France. I'll post that video. I don't know if they call the police. Maybe it's not illegal, is it? I don't know. I don't know if it's illegal or if it's not. But no, that's just so wrong. I have never seen anybody do that, and I don't know if that's right. So he was just looking at the females over there. That's what we got, is it? Yeah, he was just looking over there. Of course, there's a lot of females, and everybody, because it's hot, you know, everybody's just there having a good time, and he's over there just jacking off. God. Oh Lord, I thought you saw it in person. Okay, I would have, I think I would have already reported. That's not good. No, I saw it in a video, and I was just feeling second-hand embarrassment on behalf of this person, because that's so wrong. Okay, so yeah, okay, maybe we can add that to the list. Things people doing that feel illegal but aren't. Ooh. Okay, the other one was leaving dirty dishes in a workplace sink. Okay, CJ says, and it's definitely illegal. You'll go to jail and have to register when you get out. Okay, so what would you be? Would you be taken to? Is it sexual harassment or sexual assault? You didn't do anything to anyone. You are just there, having a good time by yourself. I don't know how will they be reported. Like, what will be the? What is it called? What will be the mistake? You know? Okay, what will be the mistake? I just don't know. Oh, okay. Things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Leaving dirty dishes in our workplace sink. It just feels like you should clean your dishes. Because who do you expect is gonna come and clean? Okay, another one. But doesn't that feel illegal? But it really isn't. Another one is talking openly about sex. You know, even here on the channel, sometimes we talk about, oh, public indecency. Okay. Public indecency. Okay. But yeah, honestly, he need to learn. He need to learn. And that's what that and I feel like if that guy, if he's African, you know, that's why even other black people do not want to be associated. They do, okay, and I'm not saying that other black people, but most black people do not want to be associated with Africa, really. Why? If he's African, because I don't know, but I don't know if he, whatever he is, but that is so wrong. That is so wrong. Yeah. People should realize when you go to places, you're literally not only representing yourself, you're representing a group of people, and when you think about it that way, maybe you can do better or something. Another one, things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Window shopping with no intentions of purchasing anything whatsoever. Okay, window shopping. Don't you guys go window shop? But why does it feel, especially when I go to supermarkets and I'm just window shopping, especially I'm on the corner where it looks so expensive, when this what are they called? These salespeople, the ones who are standing there, the staff, when they look at you, they can literally, they know that you cannot afford, but you're just over there window shopping. You go to a color and then you're just shopping for cars, or like you're window shopping cars, and you know you don't have a dime. But why does it feel so illegal? Okay, it feels so illegal. I remember there was a time my mom and I, we went to this place, we were just window shopping, okay, and then she's like, God, we're not going to buy anything, we should just get out of here. And going into the shop and coming out without buying anything. Yeah, what, it feels so wrong. But is it really? I don't think it's that bad. Linda Van says hi, good to see you. How are you doing? How are you doing today? I'm doing great. We're over here, we're talking about things people do that feel illegal but aren't. For example, like window shopping. When you go window shopping, you just feel like you're offending someone, but you're really not. How do you know the price of things if you don't window shop? Okay, but it just feels so wrong. Sometimes when I go window shopping, I have to like maybe buy something even if it's unnecessary, just so that I don't feel that. It's like a type of guilt that I usually feel. Maybe when I have money, okay, when I have money, I know but especially when you don't have the money to even buy anything over there, it feels way worse. Okay. Oh. Okay, another one. And why are you guys not sharing yours? Keep thinking. Being quiet while people expect you to talk. Yeah, it feels illegal. Why are you not talking? Oh God. Wow, there's a lot of them. Okay. So drop one thing that instantly annoys you. Something that instantly annoys you for no reason. Okay, it's not illegal, but it just annoys you. Okay, and guys, keep telling me where you're watching me from. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Wow. I live next to the road, so you can literally hear all the noise from the road from my house. So it's also that. Okay, I'm also waiting for yours, guys. Things that people do that feels illegal but aren't, guys. But you can also keep telling me where you're watching me from. How are you doing? Is it morning, afternoon, evening, where you are at? So let me know. Let me know. Truth over lies says truth over lies. Oh wow, that's such a calculated name. Hello, you look lovely. Thank you. Monia Bonaire. Monia Bonaire. Hi. Where are you guys watching me from? It's evening where I am. Okay, and you know what? I have never understood when does afternoon starts at 12. When does afternoon end? Because honestly, I don't know if we are in afternoon or evening. Truth over lies says, what country are you from? Kenya. What country are you from? Truth over lies. Okay, let me put a question on the screen. Thank you for the likes, guys. Truth of a Lie says, watching from England. Kenya is beautiful. Oh, you've been to Kenya before? Oh, England. Interesting. Monea is 6:17 a.m. where I am. I would guess somewhere in America. Kenya has the greatest long distance runners of all time. Yeah. And if you want to be a long distance runner, you can come in. I have seen people come to Kenya to train because of the altitude. Yeah. Okay, is it illegal? Okay, is it illegal to call pets babies or considering them like real babies? See, this I think is RDM who commented that calling pets babies. Okay, so is this okay? Let's even now talk about illegal morally right. Okay, so have you been to Kenya? Truth over lies. Okay, keep telling me where you're watching me from. Wow. Okay. Okay, is it okay? Honestly, I don't know how I feel because honestly, for me, I would never see. It should be immoral. I think you meant immoral. Okay, honestly, I don't know. I have never seen pets as babies. Okay, although I have a teddy bear that I think is a very. I have a teddy bear. I thought Sudan been to Kenya, but I haven't been to Kenya, but I know it's okay. I thought Sudan had the greatest distance runners. No, Kenya. Do your due diligence. We always take that home. Yeah, Kenya. Truth of a lie says I haven't been to Kenya, but I know it's beautiful. Okay, it really is, especially I feel like the countryside, and maybe even the coastal side of Kenya is really beautiful. Regan says, hey, I'm Regan from Kenya. Oh, me too. I'm from Kenya. Interesting. Okay. Maybe. Okay. But that is neither here nor there. I was just saying when when I build a cabin in my village, I don't know if you guys will be interested in seeing the village lifestyles, but I think that would really be interesting, especially for people who want to. I feel like mostly when you travel to countries, you mostly experience the touristic things. Okay, you never get to have a real truth, but then that's why I feel like people who come to African countries or even to Kenya and just videotape one part, maybe in Nairobi, maybe somewhere, they just show one part, but there's so many truths to the story. Okay. Uh what's the most useless talent that you have? Ooh, this is interesting. They should be cared of like your baby, but should they be referred to, should they be considered like a baby? But because I think he's getting out of hand. Okay, and this is coming from someone who maybe I'm not interested in having children, but I feel like if we are getting out of control with all of that, yeah, my baby. There's a time that I was watching a video and somebody was talking about their baby, and then I'm just waiting to see their baby, just for me to see a pet. That's true. They should be taken care of like babies, but God, I think he's getting out of control. Okay, and pet people, don't come for me. Just tell me if you consider that to be okay. Remember the question that we started with is things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Okay, you can comment about that. Okay, what's the most useless talent that you have? Ooh, God, useless talent. Let me think a little bit. Timu. Do I even have a talent? Sleeping. No, I don't think sleeping is a talent. Is it? I don't think it is. Most useless talent. Uh, I think if it's the talent for sleeping, oh, you retracted the message. Right, if I feel like if it's talents for sleeping, I think I have a talent for sleeping. Like today, I woke up yesterday. I had taken my clothes to get cleaned. I was just woken up by the phone call to get my clothes at 10. That's how my most useless talent is sleeping. Okay. How many hours can you sleep? Let's see if I can defeat you, because honestly, I sleep so much. Like I woke up like 2 hours. Is it 2 hours ago? Yeah. Not really. But I usually sleep, sometimes I wake up at 1 p.m. But you know what? I kind of am paying for the days. In high school, all the teachers used to say that if you don't wake up right now, you will always wake up early. So we were kind of scared with that. I used to sleep at 4 a.m. when I was in school. Right now, oh God, I sleep until I cannot sleep anymore. Although waking up at 1 while you slept at 2 a.m. is not that bad, is it? Maybe my most useless talent is dancing. But no, I'm not a dancer. Wow. Let me see. What else? Singing and composing. I remember when I was in high school, I used to even write songs. But I don't remember even one of them. I used to even write songs. Maybe singing. Yeah. Yeah, singing could be one of my most useless talents. Okay. Guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. We're still at things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Okay. So you can keep commenting on that. Also, let me know where you're watching me from. Yes, yes, let's have a good time. Let me tell you, it's cold out here, like cold. The type of weather that sends you to sleep or puts you to sleep. That's the type of weather we have. Okay. So guys, keep commenting on that. Also keep telling me where you're watching me from, what have caught your attention this week, you know, political news that have amazed you over the course of the day, you know. Yeah, for me, I think the news is South Africa today. South Africans. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm warming some food. I'm really hungry, so we're gonna multitask. Let me warm some food and we can continue with the questions. Okay, I'm about to come back, guys. Like the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm getting myself a cup of tea and Uh, what's your favorite Kenyan dish, and can you explain what it is and how it's prepared? Oh, you're not Kenyan? I thought you were Kenyan. Okay, which country are you from? Favorite Kenyan dish. Wow. Favorite Kenyan dish. I would say pilau. Okay, how it's prepared is like dirty rice. So what you do, you cut the onions. You cut the onions and then you fry them until they are dark, like dark color, and then you add your spices. You're gonna use pilau masala. You're going to use cinnamon, cloves, everything, and then you're also going to use garlic and stuff like that. So keep adding to the onions, and then so what happens, you may, let's say you've pre-boiled your meat so that it's just nice and soft. So you add it to the dark onions, and then you keep stirring, uh, and then after that you put some, okay, you have already cleaned some rice. We do clean rice here in Kenya, okay? Or maybe I do clean rice. So you clean your rice, and then you add it to the mixture of the dark onions and the meat, and then you keep stirring until the rice turns almost dark brown. Okay, and then you add some water. Okay, of course you've already added the spices, salt, and then you let it boil until it's fine, and then you can add some dania on top. Dania is cilantro. You can add the cilantro on top, and then you can prepare the, what is it called, kachumbari. So then how to prepare kachumbari, you boil some water, you let it to even boil, and then you put a tomato in there, and then when the tomato is soft, you peel all the skin off. You cut it into small pieces into a bowl, and then you cut some onions into a bowl, and then you put some lemon water into the bowl, and then you add some warm water, and then you what is it called? I don't know. You stir. Okay, and then you stir. You keep stirring, and then you drink the warm water, and there you have your meal. Okay, also you can make a chili for the same. So yeah, I feel like pilau. I could eat pilau every day. Another one is maybe biryani. Okay, but from my community, that's pilau is a Swahili dish. It's for the Swahili people, and I am Kikuyu. So Kikuyu dish that's fun is something we call mokimo with cabbage and beef stew. So what you do, you peel your potatoes. You know, I see Americans, you guys don't peel potatoes. So you peel your potatoes and then you put them in a, okay, and then don't cut them. You put them in a pot while they are whole. Okay? So when you put the potatoes in a pot when they are whole, remember to peel them, because I realize Americans don't peel their potatoes. And also Europeans don't peel potatoes. Correct me if I'm wrong. So and then so after you peel, you put them in a pot, and you add some water. So you've already boiled some corn, okay? So you start the fire. So you're boiling the potatoes, and then you have this special type of vegetable. So when they have already boiled and you have added the corn, so you add the vegetables on top. You let it simmer for a little bit, and then you start mixing. You start mixing until it's a fine consistency, like the one of mashed potatoes. And then after you do that, now you'll make your cabbage and then your stew. It's really nice. Yeah, so that's a Kikuyu traditional dish. It's called mokimo. Flat World Jamhuri regimes, do they have catfish there? I think a lot of them. But you have to, maybe mostly in the coastal side and places that have lakes. So I'm not, where I'm from, like we don't have that. But They have catfish. You can always buy. RDM says, sounds yummy. Almost similar food we eat. I'm from Papua New Guinea. Not sure if you know where that is. I have heard about it when I was in high school. Okay, maybe when I was looking at an atlas, but I don't know where that is. Okay. Tell me about one of the dishes that you have out there. So, for example, what am I having right now? This is rice with mung beans, rice, mung beans, potatoes, and I was also having it with avocado. I have avocado for everything. I buy avocado for everything. So that's what I ate for dinner and still what I'm eating for lunch. Yeah. And then after this show, I'm going to go and buy other avocados for dinner. I don't know what I'll eat for dinner. Yeah. Ooh. Flat World Jamhuri says there's like 9 Guineas in the world. Ooh, tell me about them. Tell me about them. Guys, keep telling me where you're watching me from. Also, you can keep telling me things that people do that feel illegal but aren't. Joseph Edward, welcome back, my friend. How are you doing? What's the time where you are at? RDM says rice is our staple food besides vegetables like potato, sweet potato, cassava. Okay. Yeah, also rice is our staple. Okay. Here our staple is ugali, but I really don't like ugali. I have ugali. Okay, with meat. Ugali with meat is nice. But otherwise, it's our staple. Ugali is our staple. Ugali and rice. In a Kenyan household, if it's not ugali, it's rice. Okay, we also have sweet potatoes, cassava. You know, me personally, I have only had a cassava that was cooked by a friend. Yeah. Nice talking. Bye. Okay, see you. Okay, let me know what's the staple food from the country you're from. Okay, in Kenya it's ugali and rice. I think it's the same with Uganda. Oh no, Uganda is matoke. Matoke is green bananas, cooked green bananas. Okay, let me write the next question on the screen. Papua New Guinea. Wow. God. Should dating have rules? Wow. It's 11 p.m. in New Guinea. It's 11 p.m. and watching you eat is making me hungry. I will go raid my fridge. Okay, please do that. And let me know what you grabbed. Okay, honestly, I don't know if I'm the only one, but sometimes I don't turn my fridge on. You know, sometimes you'll have almost nothing in there. Especially in Kenya, we don't. Okay, we are trying to be capitalist or to be consumers society, but sometimes I'm like, let's say it's just 2 things that are in the fridge. Why am I turning it on? Like right now, like right now, my fridge is off because I mostly like consuming most of the things out here. They are fresh, okay, and the market is just like 2 steps away from me. You know, sometimes I just don't turn it on unless when I buy frozen things, or maybe when I buy ice creams and stuff like that. That's the only time that I can. But otherwise, then I was just turning it off the whole month. Then I have this huge bill that I'm paying for tokens for absolutely nothing. Why? So that I can be seen that I'm using the fridge. No, I don't know if any one of you guys do that. Maybe people in America cannot relate. Turning off the fridge to save power. You guys have mung beans in your countries? Saves power and money. Do you do that? Or am I the only one? Any one of you who turns off their refrigerator when they don't have anything in stock? Or am I the weird one? Because honestly, me personally, I just believe in like being honest with myself. Okay, so there's nothing in there. Why is my fridge on? Okay, you know, I feel like being honest with yourself saves you a lot of money because how many of you turns off their refrigerator if you don't have a lot of shopping in there, or the things that you have they can maybe do without being refrigerated. LG says, but the question, I believe dating should have rules. Why? And what type of rules should be allowed in dating? Wow, it's interesting. It's 11 p.m. in New Guinea and it's just 3 p.m. here in Kenya. That's interesting. Why? Sada Kantu, wow. Welcome back. It's been a minute, my friend. How are you doing? RDMC says depends if it's the first, second, third date. Okay. Okay. What are the rules for the first date? Okay. Should dating have rules like, or should we just do whatever feels fine? Okay. Should dating have rules? My thing is not responding. Oh, you're off? You're okay? Okay, we're just here also just hanging out and doing questions here and there. Should dating have rules? Okay, maybe the correct answer is yes, or an automatic yes. But not so many people want to feel like they are being, what is it called? They are being cautioned or they are being told how to date. Okay, Sada says, I think it must have rules because it's not a final relationship yet. Dating is a time period to see if the potential partner is compatible. Okay, let me ask you guys something. Okay, when you're doing dating, when a time period when you're trying to see if somebody is compatible, can you be seeing different people at the same time? Like, can you be dating like 5 people? Okay, because you're trying to see if anyone is compatible with you. Can you go for like 5 dates because you're just dating, right? Is that legal or is that illegal? You know, because I feel like people feel like as far as you start dating them, it's like they own you, okay? So that's why I'm asking, when you start, can you date 5 people at the same time? Remember, dating. Uh, RDM says, but I like the sound of do whatever feels fine, especially on the first day. Spontaneous is fun. Okay, Godson, how are you doing? It's been a minute. One boy, my favorite women's right activist. What's up? I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? It's been a minute. It's been a while. Okay, so I'm wondering, because we are saying that dating is a time period where you get to see who is compatible with you. Okay, is it okay if you see multiple people at the same time? Okay, let's say you take somebody, you take me on a first date, and then you're like, nah. Okay, you're not like nah. There are some qualities that you like from me, and then there are qualities that you don't like from me, and then you take another person, and then so that you can see who best suits you. Sada says no, it's a bit weird because in dating you invest time and emotions and energy. You can give your whole energy to more people, but you're trying to see if you guys are compatible, right? So you are allowed to see as many people. You're trying to find the person. You have not committed yourself. You're just trying to sample. That's what we call sampling. Okay, I honestly, I have never done that. I don't want to mislead anyone. I have never done that, although I have seen women advising us to stop settling. Stop giving your energy on one person. So I've seen people say that you shouldn't date one person, like you should date like 5 at the same time. And remember, you're talking about dating. This is seeing people, not sleeping with them. Seeing people, talking to different people at the same time before you settle down with one. Okay, do you guys agree with that? Okay, but I can agree it's a bit weird, but that's why we are being told. Some people are telling us, that's why you always end up feeling used, because you give all your energy to one person. Why don't you sample different people? Okay, so I had somebody say that I have not tried that, although whenever you're over there crying, saying, oh my god, I was heartbroken, these people are out there telling you is because you gave your energy to one person. Maybe you should try different people at the same time. Sada says everyone makes their own decision, but one person at a time. Like, let's say you date one guy for a year, turns out bad, you wait a bit and date someone else. But see, you date one person for a year, which means by the end of that year, most probably you've done almost everything. Okay, you've hung around, you've had sex with them, you've invested your energy into them. Even for the guy, same things. Okay, you've invested in this lady, you've been all of these things. Okay, at the end of the day, that's why these people end up saying that you feel used. Okay, do you see my point? Do you see where I'm coming from, or like how I understand these people's perspective? So see, but if you are seeing different people, you can, okay, admittedly you cannot date multiple people at the same time for a whole year, but you can date multiple people at the same time for like 2 weeks before you decide who you are settling with, right? Does that even make sense? RDM says depends on certain countries too. Traditional and cultural practices may restrict dating more than one. Can you do that in Papua New Guinea? Is it allowed? Okay, it's not like allowed, because I don't think there's any government official who should be stopping you from doing that. But is it culturally appropriate to do that in New Guinea? When you do that here in Kenya, maybe you are going to be considered to be maybe a slut. Yeah, you're going to be considered to be like a slut. Although people who have done that have had success stories. But rules should be applied, like no affection or staying alone at least for a long time, to prevent some mistakes that will ruin everything, like getting too close too early. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's literally it. No, you don't sleep with these people. You just get to know them, and then you just get to choose who are you going with. Okay, you get close with a lot of women, and then at the end of the day, it's your decision. You decide, okay, who am I going with? Godson says you can talk to as many people as you want if you are not exclusive, but let people know that you are talking to others. But letting them know will make them to lose interest, right? Or to feel like you're like being like a slut, right? I don't know. Would you tell somebody that you're seeing others? Or would you just tell them that you're just getting to know them? Okay, if it doesn't work out, okay, and then you're going to narrow down to one person, and then all of the other ones you tell them, okay, I have found somebody who is better for my whatever I'm looking for. It was good to know you all. Have a nice life. God. Yeah. Okay, but I feel like this perception of like seeing different people at the same time have been brought about by dating apps, okay? Because in dating apps, you don't text. For those of you who have been in dating apps, can agree with me. Okay, when you're in dating apps, you don't text one person and then you wait, okay? When you do that, you will never meet anyone. You text multiple people, like you like leave like 10 messages, and then you see whoever responds. So maybe all 10 of them, you like them for different physical attributes, maybe for what their profile said, you know? Yeah, but yeah, I feel like dating apps have also changed the story, or like when it comes to dating, because courtesy of dating apps, people have now started seeing the benefit of talking to many people. But also, that's why dating apps are not, I don't feel like they are nice at the end of the day, because there's always another person, okay? But in real life dating, it allows you to focus on the person that you're looking at. Yeah, but wow, seems like okay, maintenance. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Sada says, I don't know, in my opinion, you date a person, know a little, discuss things, then after considerable time, you make your decisions. Either marry or break up and find someone who could fit you. Okay, wow. Okay, honestly, to be really honest, if I find out that a guy who is seeing me is like also seeing other people and also comparing us, that would not make me feel nice. Which is why I feel like if you're doing that, I just don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know. If you are seeing different people, although if they find out without you telling them, what happens? Okay, I don't know. I don't, but you know, I feel like looking at it that way, where like you see different people, it helps you not to get heartbroken and like not to invest too much too soon, you know, because all of these people, you're treating them the same, and then when you settle with one, you're like 100% sure. Okay, wow, that's a nice question. That's literally a nice question. Should dating have rules? Oh wow. Okay, but we can all agree that dating right now is not the same like it used to be. So we also have to adapt with how life is going. So right now, if somebody is seeing you, is dating you, or they are knowing you and they're also knowing other people, I just feel like it's perfectly fine, or it's okay. So do you guys think that dating apps, okay, are dating apps more fun than real life dating, or are they more even exhausting? So that's it. But rules will give protection. Let's say if rules about intimacy are broken, it will ruin the relationship, hurt the girl's feelings, guilt, shame, and no one wants that. So limits can save us. Yeah. Yeah. So rules literally has to be there. Adium says, we are placed in such position. Were you placed in such positions before? Okay, where somebody is seeing me and also seeing other people. To be really honest, no. Although I have had people's stories, and I'm like, you know, you kind of start looking at your own situations, or when you've dated people, and let's say you saw one person exclusively and then you ended up heartbroken, and then you are like, what would have happened if I didn't get exclusive? What would have happened if I would have kept my yeah, and you know, the term is keeping your options open, okay? So you ask yourself, what would have happened if you kept your options open, okay? Most probably you will not be hurt. Most probably you will yeah, you know, it's all about keeping your options open. Yeah, so I have not been placed in those positions, although I feel like these things happen. God says dating should have rules. One is honesty. Okay, one is honesty. So that says yes, honesty, because many people lie or exaggerate about themselves, and after marriage they drop their mask, and then you live unhappy with someone who deceived you, and that's not love. Okay, I think something that's happening, especially now with even the dating sites and all of that, is catfishing. And even in this makeup world, people are catfishing. Okay, let's say I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting somebody who is maybe light skin. Okay, but see, with makeup somebody can achieve that. You know, I can apply makeup and I can look light skin. Okay, then when I go to the house and I clean the thing, and then you're like, now this is what you have to deal with for the rest of your life. So I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, because this, in this world, catfishing and also filters. Okay, and when it comes to dating apps, people are posting pictures with filters, so that you can see what they want to be, not who they are right now, what they want to be. So you're over there thinking, oh my God, this is what I was looking for. Because I don't feel like there's anything wrong with people wanting what they want. There's nothing wrong with people wanting what they want. But there's something wrong about catfishing, pretending to be something that you're really not, you know. Yeah, that's why, like, right now, me personally, I don't wear makeup. Okay, just for one reason, like, I need to get used to who I am. Okay, and okay, this is not to say like makeup is bad or whatever, but it's just, yeah, you have to understand, like, for me, there's a time season where I was recommended, somebody recommended products to me that ended up like lightening my skin, and I didn't like that. Okay, so from there on, no, thank you. Sadara says online people can pretend to be someone they don't pretty easily. You can be whoever you want. I think online is risky, and rarely is when you find a genuine person online. Very rare, very rare. But in real life, it's becoming harder and harder to find people in real life, which means, yeah, because see, even here online, I come and I put on a persona. Okay, so, and when it comes to character, you can never vet somebody's character online, although I see what online can do. I have met somebody online, so I know how that can be. Okay, so I think at the end of the day, it's all a risk. Even in real life, you can meet someone in real life, and they put on a persona, and then you realize they are not whatever they are talking about. RDM says, so what's up until what age should we keep our options open? Ooh, that's a nice question. Until what age should we keep our options open? Ooh, I don't know. Let me hear from the people. Until what age should we keep our options open? RDM says, agreed. In-person dating is the preferred option. Is the preferred option, although it's getting harder and harder, especially now that we are living in societies where people are preferring to stay inside. Bear in mind, from today, from when I woke up, I have not gone outside. Okay, everything that I need is inside. We need to use the washroom inside. I have food. Okay, let's say sometimes you'll even go shop once in a week. So when do you get the time to meet people in real life? Okay, more people are working online. People are, you know, I'm glad you didn't destroy your skin. You look great as you are. Okay, and it's so unfortunate that I was just having break. You know, when you are in your teenage years, I think I was 19. I was having a lot of acne on my forehead. So somebody was like, oh, boy, like, wow, those acne, they're really bad. Let me show you something. And then she introduced me to these products. Before I know it, the acne was gone, but I didn't like it, and I developed dependency to that product for a long time, like 3 years, maybe 3 years, at least 3 years. Okay, getting myself out was one of the best things that I've done. Sada says, imagine you found a guy on a dating app and you meet and it's a girl who is into you. Wow. Oh God. Okay, it's a girl who is into you. But isn't that happening more often? You're even men, they're starting to like these women, and then when you go behind the scenes, you find out he's a guy, and when you get behind those scenes, is he wants you guys to, you do me, I do you. Isn't that's what's happening? Okay, I have seen so many videos. I don't know if they are scripted, but I've seen so many videos of such scenarios where like a guy likes a female and they are into each other. But then when they go behind the scenes and remove those clothes, it's literally a guy, okay? And what the guy wants is like, you do me, I do you. That's what's up. Godson says, and guys who are just joining in, my good name is Wamboy. I was born and raised in Kenya. You can feel free to share to the topic of discussion. Also, let me know where you're watching me from. Yes. Godson says, you can use online apps to meet people up in real life. Just make sure you meet up ASAP, okay? Yeah, I don't know if meeting ASAP is the thing, but it's also some, before you waste so much of your time. Okay, I can see why you said that, before you waste so much of your time. And also when you meet them, you need to study them, because you don't know them. These are strangers, you don't know them. Sarah says, it's worse when teenage girls talk to guys online, and those guys could be adult men who could harm the girl. I know, you know, and this is happening. And this is happening. We are not talking about, you know, these benefits. I've always been somebody who talks about benefits of internet, and yeah, and I think one of them is whatever is going on with children. I feel like there should be an age limitation. But see, the problem is parents are the problem when it comes to children having access to this social media and phones, because when parents are told, if you want your child to be watching something, create them a child's right, their real age and all of that. But see what we are doing, we are allowing our children to use our phones that we are using to browse adult content, okay? So even the rules, for example, here on YouTube, you have to mark your age, okay? But most of us, what do? We mark over 18, right? Okay, when you go to watch okay, I don't know if I can say that, but when you go to watch adult content, when they ask you, are you over 18, do you say no? Or do you ever say no? Or who would ever say no, like they're not over 18? Sarah says, there were lots of social experiments about it, and unfortunately many girls fell for that, okay? Yeah, not to mention like during, can you imagine when you were a teenager, okay, even as girls, you're curious, you know, you're curious, your body is on fire and all. Okay, because we always want to sit here and say like young girls don't usually want to explore. It's only young boys who wants to explore. But the truth is, even as a girl, you're curious. Not to mention, you just started maybe having your periods, you are ovulating, and all of that type of stuff. Sarah says, I mean, yeah, you could never know who is behind the screen. It could be people like Epstein, you know, and it could be like, okay, let's meet up somewhere here, and then oh, you're never nobody hears from you again. So the question is, do you guys find dating apps to be fun or exhausting? I don't know, maybe I should make a poll out of that. Okay, let me write it on the screen. Godson says, oh, when I was under 18, I definitely used to like watch that content. Okay, would you ever say, even if you are, okay, right now, I know when you go to watch, nobody, you know, that's true, you're over 18. But even if you are under, like, and you know, when you have that thing of like, or that mindset that you want to watch that type of content, okay, you're literally burning, like, you're like, God, like already your mind is already there. So you cannot even afford to say you're under 18 and you want to see it. Ooh, I like your honesty. Okay, RDL says, God bless her. Okay. Okay, so you all consume the I also feel like the adult content is also stopping people from looking for real relationships, because there's this type of like addiction that people are having, both male and female. Okay, you're having this addiction of self-satisfaction. What is it called? Self-service, you know. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I know it kind of stops you from so many things. It takes away your energy. You wake up in the morning, before you do anything, you know, like, so I don't know. So there are so many advantages and maybe disadvantages to the internet. Maybe there's the benefits to dating apps and there's the other side. Okay, uh, okay, I don't know if there's benefits to adult content or there is not, but maybe there is, because you can self-service, and you can maybe self-servicing. Through self-service you cannot get sick. That's right, you cannot maybe contract uh, sexually transmitted diseases, you know. Not to mention you're preserving your energy, you're saving money, because maybe for relationship, especially for guys, most probably you have to show appreciation. Okay. God says, when I got my first job, I even told my mom and dad that I would pay for us to get high-speed internet. They were so proud of me. Okay, because honestly, like that, and also you don't want to. That was in 2003. Okay, that's okay. Because honestly, you don't want to be in the middle of this and then the internet is lagging and whatever. Wow. Victory Daniel says hello, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the live. How are you doing, Victory? Um, do you guys find dating apps to be fun or exhausting? Okay, you guys. Okay, honestly, I find them exhausting, to be really honest. My first time of being here. Oh, welcome here. Upgrade says, do you have Snap? No, I don't. No, I don't. Victory Daniel says, my first time being here. Welcome to the live stream. Okay. I find dating apps, personally, I find dating apps to be exhausting. First of all, not to mention, like, you're over there texting people, it's like you're begging them and they know the reason you're there. And not to mention these people with profiles saying that, like, okay, my sister forced me to open a dating site, and I'm like, no, just stop pretending. We all know why you're here. Okay. Also, I feel like with dating apps, there's a lot of hookup culture, with the dating site. Yeah, so I find them to be exhausting. Okay, until I find them to be really exhausting, to be really honest. Very exhausting. You are kind of spending most of the time just your energy being taken away from you. DK Ugi says, dating apps, like all things, have good, bad, and ugly. Okay, I came to know of a dating app being used to recruit for prostitution and trafficking. Again, I know a couple that got married through one. Okay. Yeah, it can be good, but when it comes to how it feels when you're going through the process, okay, maybe if you do it the whole day, let's say you're just sitting there swiping, it can be exhausting, to be really honest. Or maybe you're looking for somebody to help you escape from your real life. Some people are looking for people to help them financially on dating apps. Others are looking for whatever. Like, honestly, to be really honest, on the dating apps, people are looking for so many different things. Gossel says, I used to be on dating apps 10 plus years ago, but I live in a small town and feel like I know every woman in the app, or I know where they work, etc. Why didn't you just maybe change your locations? Or maybe you know they usually have, okay, maybe back then they didn't have that. Right now you can even put where you want to see people from, the age, you know. I don't know if I would get in a dating app to start dating people that are around me. No. Dating apps are like if you want to meet people from across, but I know how that works even in other places. Okay, so okay, do you guys find dating apps to be fun or exhausting? My answer is exhausting. I don't know about you guys. DK says there's 3 sides to the same. Okay, so for you, Godson, for you, it's exhausting, right? Okay. Wow, God. Typing on these things is like, now we are covering my face, right? Okay, Godson says, I'm not driving an hour or more to go meet women. But that's something to think about, okay? Wow. How about flying? Then the men who fly to even other countries to meet women, they are risk takers, right? And you're talking about driving over an hour. Wow. Dating apps are now only used for hookups. It's exhausting and drains your time, energy, and money. Not that I use one. Okay. Okay, so you don't even know, but you already said that. This thing is annoying me. Where do I put it? Lord. Okay. Okay. Wow. So you say you say dating apps is annoying, but you're not using one. Okay. Wow. Godson says, I'd rather come on YouTube and be a fake internet husband to young women. Wow. How can you achieve that, being a fake internet husband to young women? Okay. Honestly, I also feel like if you're really maybe looking for somebody, you see on those TikTok lives also, there's usually a lot of people who are looking for people. Maybe that's where you need to be going. And also over there now you get to know maybe somebody honestly and all of that. I don't know. Whatbot says Wagwan. Hey, good to see you. How are you doing? Okay, so there's a question on the screen. Texting back on time, necessary or overrated? Especially when it comes to the topic about dating. Okay? When it comes to the topic about dating, okay, is texting back on time necessary or overrated? I come from a time period when, like, if you're interested in somebody and they message you, you should just buy some time so that they don't think that you're very interested. God, where will I put this thing? It's really annoying me. Okay, that I feel like that's better. Okay. So I come from a time period where if you're interested in somebody and they message you, you're supposed to borrow time. Like, just do whatever you can not to text them back. Like, text them back like an hour later or something, you know? Otbot says, text exists for the purpose to have a time lag for response. For responses. Wow. Okay. But see, I just feel like that's childish. Honestly, right now, if you're expecting it when you text me that you're expecting that I'll act if I'm not interested. Okay, if I'm not interested, you'll know about that. But if I am, the whole thing we used to do of like, okay, you wait for like 5 minutes, so that you can buy some time. I I don't have the strength to do that anymore. I just feel like if I'm interested, then I am interested, okay? God. And the whole thing when like you text men back and then they feel like you're desperate and all of that. Godson says that's playing games though. I understand it, but I'm too old for all of that these days. Okay? I don't know if I can say I'm too old for all of that. But honestly, I just feel like if you're interested in somebody, just let them know, okay, this. And also maybe acting and interested, okay, you just over there, you're not showing how you really feel, your whole heart, because when you show them, or when you show them that you care a lot, they might hurt you, no, we are not doing those games right now. So guys, is texting back on time necessary or overrated? I would say extremely necessary. Okay, you're not about to be sitting here and playing games. Who message each other first? And you know what? You couldn't even message people first. When you message, you are the one who is always messaging first. You're like, God. Yes, I'm in the age where I text back straight away. Okay, me too. Okay, and if I don't, just know that I'm busy. Like, yeah, you text me right now, you're getting the response right now. That's it. Like the whole thing of like, you just, but you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, you've been in that season where like you're just acting as if you're not interested. uh, who is doing more work in dating these days? Autobot says not everyone is on their phone 24/7. A text can be responded within 24 hours. Within 24 hours is fair. A call is more of an urgency. Okay, and see, I see what you're saying, but you know what? Right now, I feel like a call is way better. Yeah, I feel like it's better than texting. I don't know, but that has changed. If you're gonna ask me 2 years ago, if you were to call me, I'm like, are you crazy? Why are you calling me? Text me. But now call me. Like now we are at the age where like calling, just call. Make that phone call. Okay, so I see what you're saying. But 24 hours when it comes to somebody that you love, I feel like no. 24 hours, you didn't have a time to check your phone even at 1 second. No, 24 hours, I feel like 24 hours is a long time. Although I see why the phone call could be more of an emergency, or like people would take it more seriously if you call them. I don't call during business hours unless it's an emergency, okay? But see, when you message your partner and they take 24 hours, even though they are busy, that doesn't feel like that person prioritizes you. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if I love somebody and they text me, I don't care where I'm at, I'm going to sneak in and like write them and write you back, or like I'm working, something. Okay, you can always tell when someone is interested in you, to be really honest. Insatiable is my name, says good morning. Good morning to you. How is Alabama? Welcome to the live stream. Okay, we're just having a conversation, and the question is texting back necessary or overrated? But says love is different. Flirting is different. That's more of leisure. Okay. Okay, flirting. Okay, if it's flirting, that's a whole different thing. Okay. But love, if you love somebody, you're gonna message them back. Godson says, like right now, I'm at work. I will text and respond to emails, but I may not be able to call until my lunch break. Okay. Where do you even get? Okay, you can't even. Yeah, the phone calls. Yeah, it depends with somebody's schedule also. So who is doing more work in dating these days? Otbot says a business should be able to respond in less than 5 minutes. But that's the same thing with love. Like, let's say that's your wife, okay? So she's messaging you about something. No, you're gonna respond back, really. You're literally going to respond back. But I feel like it's different for everybody. who's doing more work in dating these days? Men or okay, so the answer is either men or women, and why? Okay, you know, it used to be like and I think that was the driving work, as in putting more effort or putting more effort. You know, I feel like okay, and good for saying that, because spending and but both of them is almost the same thing, because for somebody to have money to spend on you, they have put in some work. Okay. uh Otman says, I wouldn't know, I haven't dated in 3 years. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, wow. But how are you able not to do that? How are you able not to do that? Check your coffee shop, one boy. I have to return to my work task. Talk to you later. Okay, okay. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Check your coffee shop. Do I have coffee shop? Oh, okay, okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Okay, who is doing more work in dating these days? Who is doing more work in dating these days? I would say I think maybe both, because when it comes to who is doing more work, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Uh, so okay, thank you, thank you. I'll check. Dating has been overrated by social media. Okay, so what do you do when you're not dating? 3 years. Do you stay celibate during this season, or do you keep seeing people? Okay. Um, but I feel like the 3 years is a long time. So what do you do during this season when you are? Do you just maybe focus on other goals and all of that? So what do you do? Okay, dating have been overrated by social media. I don't know about that. But you see, I feel like is the things that have changed. Oh wow, buy me. I just checked. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Godson. Um, Ad RDM says midnight here. I'm off to bed. Thank you for that chat. Good night. Okay, good night to you. Okay, wow. I didn't know there's an African country where we have so much time difference. With others, it's usually 1 or 2 hours. So thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Wow. Godson and okay, just check. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Uh-huh. Dating have been overrated by social media. Okay, I'm waiting for you, Outbot. So what do you do? What do you do during this season? The world has lots of to explore, lots to read, lots to research. Knowledge is exciting. Knowledge is enticing. But see, during this season where like you haven't what do I say? During this is okay, if you've never experienced intimacy, it's okay. Okay, I feel like it's easier for you not to maybe want to explore that. But if you've already experienced, how do you not? Like, how do you just sit there and enjoy? Okay, how do you sit there and like just say, oh, there's a lot of books to read, there's a lot of things to do? How do you sit there and do that? Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot to think about when it comes to that. Uh-huh. Okay. Although there's a book that somebody was recommending. It's called it's mostly about men, how men can be able to redirect their energy. I think the book is about semen retention. If you want to find more about it, you should look at somebody's channel. I think his name is Hindsight. Yeah, he's a guy who had done a lot, I think, celibacy for 5 years or something, and now he used to repurpose his energy to do other things. Okay, so because most people think that, like, yes, women can stay celibate, but can men do that? Especially if you've already have the experience of intimacy and maybe sex, you know. Next question. Yeah, and when we started the live streaming, we were doing things people do that feel illegal but aren't. Okay, so you can also, after I post the live stream, you can also leave some comments when it comes to that. So uh, drop the most exhausting dating experience in the chat. Let me type that. Lynn Hendrick says, hey, how is it going? I like your outfit today. It's cute. My grades are better. Yay! Okay, thank you so much. Oh, your grades are better. Wow, that's good. That's good. At least you have something to smile about. I think the other day you were complaining about being scammed. Okay. Oh, thank you. So that's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. Let me type the question. And guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. I liked. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Drop the most exhausting dating experience in the chat. Okay. Also, there's also another thing. There's also another thing. Maybe this, okay, for those who will be watching back, make sure you drop the most exhausting dating experience in the chat, okay? But before then, there's another one. Okay, let me put up a live poll. Create a poll, yes. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Okay, I'm putting up a live poll. Also, you can also drop the most exhausting dating experience you've had. Wow. Okay, how many dates end up without a follow-up? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. You can answer the questions on the screen. Also, we have a what is it called? A poll. So okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Jan says, hello, lovely woman. Okay, hello, good to see you. How are you doing? Guys, participate in the live poll. How many dates end up without a follow-up? Also, we have a question. Drop the most exhausting dating experience in the chat. Okay. Also, let me know where you're watching me from. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Where are you watching me from? Welcome to the live stream. I'm from the Netherlands. Oh, I think you guys have been warming up in Netherlands. What's the temperatures in Netherlands right now? Okay, welcome to the live stream, everybody. My good name is Wamboy. We're just having a blast here. Uh, so so let me know how you guys are doing, where you're watching me from. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know where you're watching me from. My good name is Wamboy. Uh, I hear it's 32 degrees in some areas. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. There's a person that I saw cooking an egg outside in Netherlands. Apparently it was like 37 degrees Celsius. That's a lot. That's hot. That's hot. And I think how many is that? 37 degrees Celsius? Like that's burning. I even saw somebody's car melt. The rubber, the wheels, because they are made out of rubber, they even melt. Okay. Wow. Eh, oh god. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. Let me know where you're watching me from. Also, you can drop the most exhausting dating experience in the chat. Yeah. Oh Lord. Oh, where is she? Okay. My name says Abitia. Okay, guys, don't leave. Don't leave. Are you guys still here? Okay, kind of went to like refresh. Rather, yo. Oh, where is she? It's been hot, yes, but lately the rains have been falling, falling to cool us off. Okay. Oh, you're in England, right? What's the temperatures in England right now? Where is she? Here I am. Here I am, guys. Don't you worry. I'm back. Let me look at the poll if you guys are even interacting. You guys are not interacting with the poll. How many dates end up without a follow-up? Okay. How many dates end up without a follow-up? Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here. Well, you can ask me any question. You can ask me any question. I think that we started the conversation with things people do that feel illegal but aren't. That's 2 degrees here in the UK. Wow, that's hot. That's hot, okay? Yeah, I feel like having an AC out there is like a basic need. Such a basic need. Okay, wow. Okay, so keep telling me where you're watching me from. And the question that I'm asking, it comes from the topic of when did dating start feeling like a job, okay? So, dating used to be fun. Now it comes with rules, checklists, and endless effort, okay? Oh, you should do this. There's a guy that I saw, he was making a video about, um, the reason, if he's dating somebody, you better be outside when he comes to pick you up. You better be outside. He is not gonna be waiting, okay? So when he gets to your door, okay, let's say 5 minutes you're not out, he's leaving. He will consider that you're not interested, okay? Another thing is, you better not touch any door, okay? If you touch any door, he's not gonna be seeing you, okay? So but when dating start feeling like a job, like why are we making it so hard? DK says an AC and fans is the fastest selling product here. Wow, okay. Well, we don't need any in here. But I know most African countries, most probably you do. Even some places in Kenya. But every place that I've ever lived in have always been cold. Very cold. Like here is very cold. I'm always wearing coats, you know. Yeah. So are we choosing love or ticking boxes? If I would move to places like UK and all these European places, I think I would start a business whereby I start selling fans. I start okay, maybe heating system or AC or fans. That's a business. That's a business right there. Or maybe start selling ice cream along the road. That could also be a good one. Selling ice creams along the road. Because everybody will be wanting one, but maybe you guys cannot do that. Maybe you guys cannot do that, okay? So this will be our last question. Let me type it. Are we dating because we want love, or because you feel you should? uh DKU says, yes, the trading laws are strict here, okay? But see, I kind of like that, because when you compare African countries, when we are, here in African countries, we are allowed to sell anything along the roads, okay? You can even wake up, like right now, I can just decide, okay, I'm just going to trade along the road, okay? And then I will just go and trade, okay? But look at our environment. Look at how dirty it is. And I'm not saying in a bad way, okay? But just look at the difference between places where there's trading laws along the road and where there's not. You can literally see the difference. Yeah. So on one hand, it gives most people businesses, okay? It gives people things to do. On the other hand, it destroys the environment, okay? We date because that's the first stage to procreation, okay? So yesterday I asked a question: is there a universal purpose to human existence? And somebody said that human beings were put here to procreate. Human beings, the sole purpose of human beings being here is to procreate and to have children, because we are animals. Before we are human beings, we are literally animals. So that's our sole purpose, okay? So Dika says we date because that's the first stage to procreation, okay? But maybe that's not a good reason to date, because animals do not get married, do they? But do they have children? Yes. Okay, so are we dating because we want love or because we feel we should? I feel like we are even getting married because we feel we should. It's a stage of life that maybe we are supposed, the society have made us believe that we have to go through. Okay, that's just what I feel. I feel like we are, marriage and dating is a stage of life that we have been told that we should. Okay, yeah, so that's just what that's just something that I feel, okay? Because if you think about human beings as animals, then maybe sometimes you'll sit here wondering, animals never get married, do they have children? Yes, especially a lot of them. Yeah, like look like a pig have even almost 50 children in a pig's lifetime. How many times can I go? Let me fact check that. Okay. So I asked, how many times can a pig give birth in its entire lifetime? A sow can give birth about 2 times. Did you know the name for a female pig is sow? A sow can give birth about 2 times per year, and typically 4 to 6 times in her lifetime. 4 to 6 times in her lifetime. Okay, annual reproduction. Sows usually have 2 liters per year. With each litter containing 7 to 12 piglets, depending on breed, health, and nutrition. The gestation period for pigs is approximately 114 days, around 3 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days, after which they sow, farrows, or give birth. Following farrowing, piglets are typically weaned after 3 weeks, and the sow can return to estrus within 4 to 7 days, allowing her to breed again. Wow. Okay, so which means it can give birth to almost 50 children in its let's say 12 multiplied by 6 on the maximum. How much is that? Yeah, that's a lot. Dike says, no, I don't agree that we are here to only procreate. We are primarily spiritual beings, so we are here to refine ourselves spiritually and head on back home. Okay, that's a good way to see it. I wish you were there during yesterday's conversation. And the question was, what's the universal purpose for human existence? What's the universal purpose for human existence? Okay, so you don't feel like procreating is the only purpose for human beings. Then, because I was asking myself, does that mean if our sole purpose as human beings is to procreate and to reproduce, then for those who leave this world without having done that, then they have failed in life. They did not fulfill the purpose for humans. Okay, they did not fulfill the purpose for being here. Okay, which by the way I see why, because in most African traditions, or in most African communities, women who died before having children were buried at behind their house. There's communities in Kenya who do that. Also, other communities used to even shove things. If you didn't have a child, they will shove something in your vagina just so that they can show that you did not fulfill the purpose of your existence here. Let me fact check that, but I know it's true. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at women in African history. I want to check because in African societies, women who passed away without children, they were not buried with dignity. Okay, even things were shoved in their vagina just because they did not fulfill their purpose for being created. Let's see. No, this is not what I'm looking for. But you know what? I'm going to look for anybody who comes from these communities that usually bury the women at the back of the house if you did not have children. Anyone who comes from this community who shove things in women, but I don't think they still do that right now. But it's something that somebody talked to me about. I was telling them that I don't see me having children in this lifetime. They were just telling me if I belong to their community, what was more likely to happen in that case. Okay, but I don't feel like it's okay, because how about women who genuinely cannot have children, or they are not able to have children? How about that? Guys, welcome to the live stream. I was just looking back on a question we had yesterday. What is the universal purpose of human existence? What's the universal purpose for human existence? Yeah. Why don't you want to have children? Why don't I want to have children? That's interesting. Why don't I want to have children? Because there's a lot of things, but first of all, like, honestly, I don't feel like I had the childhood that I deserved, so I want to give myself a type of childhood situation. Okay, another thing is I'm afraid to to fail my children. Like, I'm afraid to, you're here and then you're talking about how you grew up in poverty, how life have been hard for you. Can you imagine bringing another human being and hearing them tell their story and telling the same story? So that's another reason. Another reason I feel like it would be so heartbreaking if they become failures and I am the mother to the failure. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when they fail, they will always blame on me. Okay. Also, I feel like it's a lifetime commitment to have children. It's a lifetime commitment, and you have to be ready for that. Also, another thing, I feel like sometimes children are mean to their parents. Okay, and I think it would break my heart for me to throw away my life sacrifice, give birth to a person, and then see them disrespect me. That will literally break my heart 100%. So those are some of the reasons. And all of these things that I'm talking about, I've talked about, especially seeing people disrespect their parents. These are things that I've seen in real life. And then you hearing that parent regretting have the child it really kind of sends you into shockwaves, like you really get shocked. Okay, so yeah, so those are some of the reasons. Those are some of the reasons why. But I'm allowed to change my mind at some point, but that's where my mind is at right now. Okay, that's where my mind is at right now. Ukaduke says, are you afraid to have children? Then you will be the best mother. If you're afraid to have children, then you will be the best mother. The best mothers are those that fear failure at motherhood. So don't let that fear stop you. Honestly, I am afraid to fail. Okay, I'm afraid because when you fail as a mother, you fail your children. You know that? When you fail as a parent, you also fail your children, right? When you fail as a mentor, you fail your children, okay? So I don't know if being afraid will make me automatically successful, but yeah, I am so afraid. But the thing, I'm also afraid. Can you imagine, like, if a child grows up and calls me bad words? Because that's something that I'm seeing recently. Like, children are calling their parents bad words. Okay, children are cussing on their parents. Children are cutting off their parents. Can you imagine that? Like, I cannot imagine that happening to me, having thrown away my life for somebody. And see, and I know children do not owe their parents for giving birth to them, because most probably you do it, you have a child for your own reasons. You have a child because you happen to have sex. Okay, so you play adult game, you win adult prizes, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take away the fact that you throw away your life for this child. Really, it does not take that away. Dike says, no one is a bad mother or father. We all learn on the job, okay? But you know what I usually say, being a parent does not automatically make you mature, okay? Being a parent does not automatically make you knowledgeable, okay? So that's exactly what I'm saying, because I used to think that everybody who is a parent is mature. I used to think everybody who is a parent is worth it, you know? But I just realized, for example, like me right now, if I was to get pregnant and to have a child, does that take away my my shortcomings? No, it doesn't. It just makes me, to this child, I will be the mature one, because they have always known me as the adult who guides them and all of that. But in true sense, being a parent does not automatically make you mature. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's it. Pitman Goosen says, South Africa. Okay. So yes, South Africans. True. Okay, so guys, these days I'm streaming twice, so still I'm going to show up at night. So, but you're going to be notified when I go live. So thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, you're gonna come back with a lot of topics. Also, you know what? I'll put up like a question thing, as telling you guys to ask the questions that you would want to see me talk about in a video. So thank you so much, every one of you who have showed up today. I'm going to see you guys later on. Thank you so much for always hanging out with me, for the day for the day ones, for everybody who is sending any type of support to me and then to the channel. Thank you so much. Yes, dear, bye dear, stay blessed. Okay, you too, stay blessed and have a nice evening, have a nice afternoon, have a nice morning, and again, guys, I'm gonna see you later. Okay, bye.